Hi everyone, I'd like to help you make a weather graph today from your May weather calendar. We'll take all the information that we collected during the month of May and we will put it into a graph. So I'd like you to look at the PowerPoint presentation that shows us some pictures and some drawings and some instructions of what we'll be doing, and I'll narrate along. First, we have the May weather calendar, which you should have completely filled in by now, and we will make it look like a graph. And we have a sheet of paper that you can use to draw that information on, to take all the weather data and put it into a graph. So first, we need to count all the suns that we had. So whenever we had a sunny day, we drew a sun and we colored it yellow. So I'd like you to look for all of those that you have throughout the whole month of May, and I'd like you to count them. How many suns do you have? Make a tally mark for each one. So on the sheet of paper that I gave to you, I'd like you to write the word sunny. And next to the word sunny, you make a tally mark for each sun that you counted. In this example on the PowerPoint, I have 5. You might have a little more or a little less, but we will use this number for this presentation. After we've done the sunny days, I want you to look at now all the other days that we had. So the rainy days, you should write the word rainy on your sheet of paper. Count the number of rainy days and put tally marks next to the word rainy, and also for the type of weather that we found, windy days and also for cloudy days. I had 4 in this example in the PowerPoint presentation, and you might have others like partly cloudy or partly sunny, and if you do, you can write them on the sheet of paper and put the tally marks next to them. Once you're done with that, I'd like you to just simply add up your tally marks and put the number for each weather type. So in this particular example, I had a total of 5 sunny days, and I had a total of 4 rainy days, 2 windy days, and 7 cloudy days. So you should have something that looks like this, where you have the words for the weather types and then the number of days that we had that weather in May. And we should have a total of, I have 9 plus 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 7 is 18, so I had 18 weather days. After that, we put the information into the graph. And as you can see when you look at the graph on the sheet of paper that I've given to you, it has space for your name and your date, of course, and then there's a title. Now this is very important because we need to make it clear that this is the May weather graph. It is not a calendar anymore. We took a calendar and we took the information from the calendar to put it in the graph. So we won't call this piece of information, the sheet, a calendar, because it's not a calendar, it's a graph. So make sure that your title is correct. On the sidebar of the graph, it says, and you look in that rectangle, it says number of days, and that starts at 0 and goes up to 7. And on the bottom in that rectangle, it shows, there's many rectangles, but it shows the types of weather that we had. The first being sunny, then rainy, then windy, and then cloudy. So those are the types, those are the areas in the graph that you put the weather types. And in the graph itself, we're using bars, which are really rectangles, tall rectangles, and we color them in for the colors of the weather type. So for example, if you have sunny, of course all of us do, we'll use yellow for sunny, of course, and then we'll use a blue. I chose a blue for rainy, like blue water, blue raindrops, and I used a different blue for windy, and I also I used a gray for cloudy. And as you can see from this graph, there's 5 sunny, there's 4 rainy, there's 2 windy, and 7 cloudy. So you can see on the graph very quickly what kind of information we collected on the weather calendar. If you tried to look at it from just the weather calendar, you can't read it that fast. You really have to study it to figure out how many days. The graph makes it so easy to see just how many days there were for each weather type. So with that, you're now a super graph maker. Good job, and I look forward to you producing some more graphs for the class and taking other information that we can make into a bar graph or even a picture graph if we'd like. Thank you.